One of the next questions that we received from the March meeting was if it is possible to have random or unannounced searches of the kids' lockers at the high school and the middle school. And following that, what is also the possibility of having drug-sniffing dogs brought into the middle school and high school?
For the first question, can unannounced random locker searches occur? Yes, they can. There are certain requirements, one being that the policy is in the student handbook, that students are made aware that there is no expectation of privacy. And currently, the student handbook says that. And I also know that not necessarily random searches occur, but with reasonable suspicion, the high school and the middle school both do searching of lockers. The second part of the question regarding the drug-sniffing dog, we would be the coordinator of any such effort, that the school district would contact us, invite us in to bring the dogs to do a search. The dogs could search lockers as well as unattended backpacks. To bring the dogs in to search individuals is not an option. That is solely would be for lockers and unattended backpacks.
Cooperating with the police when their children are apprehended for drug or alcohol use.
Well, first I'd like to expand that question a little bit, and I'd like to expand it to include the importance of cooperating with police before the children are apprehended for alcohol or drug abuse. I think that the recent event in the village, as well as those you've read about for the past number of weeks at UWM and other communities, underscores the importance of identifying alcohol and drug issues and to provide the necessary intervention as quickly as possible, hopefully before it gets to the end result that result in Whitefish Bay. The lives and the future of our children depend on it. And again, I think our role as a community, as a police department, is to try to identify these issues before any arrest takes place.
The next question stated was, are you aware of any parents or adults that are participating in alcohol or drug activity?
We're not aware of any parents participating in drug activity. I think what we do encounter occasionally are parents not cooperating when we approach them with information that possible drug activity is occurring. At the same time, we're aware of names of people who are suspected of either using drugs or dealing, distributing drugs, and we have in the past and will continue to make that a priority to investigate each and every one of them. Now, some of them are. Yeah.
The drug dealing distribution has always had a parent or parents in the household, and we would contact, and it would oftentimes be, no, it can't be my son. Or no, it can't be my daughter. And bridging that gap oftentimes never occurred. That the challenge, not necessarily trusting the police or not trusting our intention that we are trying to solve the problem before it gets worse, before we start looking at the criminal justice system. So by obstructing and not assisting, in the long run, they are participating in my mind.
What are the most common drugs being bought and sold at the school or in our community?
Both being sold as well as being used. When we talk about drugs, I'm going to include alcohol in that category. as well as marijuana. Kind of the two that have been around forever. At least it seems that way. What we're seeing now is, and has been on the news enough, prescription medication has been an issue, a limited issue, probably the last 5 years. My recollection is about 5 years ago, I dealt with a student at the high school regarding prescription drugs. The one that isn't talked about probably nearly enough is the over-the-counter medications, the Robitussin and those types of products, where a student can go and buy it, use it up in their room, and say, well, I had a cough, that's why I went through the entire bottle. Yet, they went through 4 entire bottles. Parent not recognizing, probably because they just weren't aware that this is one of the substances that's being abused. If I can't get marijuana, if I can't get a prescription pill, I can just go to the store and use something over the counter. We have seen some use of cocaine. We continue to see that from time to time, as well as heroin and other harder drugs. But overall, the 2 biggest things that we see currently are marijuana, alcohol, and prescription and over-the-counter medications.